heaven?
No. It's Iowa.
Hey, fellas, let's record this podcast in a helicopter. What do you think?
Okay, hear you. Could you repeat that, please? Go to silent mode?
Yeah, let's go to silent mode. Ben, are you threatening me?
Back off. Back off, man. I'm just telling you to back off. No threat, just back off.
Kevin, where'd you save the tapes?
I don't know, but don't we have to be somewhere at 10:30?
Yeah, we got to be in the dumpster behind the movie theater.
I think there's
I
a
recorded
naked
a
lady.
tape.
All right, grab your ankles and kiss your ass goodbye, Jeffo. We're going down, and we're talking Blue Thunder on the Pot of Dreams.
What brings you to air support?
Kind of like the idea of it. No guns, no kicking indoors. You know, just quiet.
Oh, yeah.
For Frank Murphy, policing the air has its ups
Welcome to air support.
You got a runaway.
and downs.
Well, I just wanted to say, sir, that was my fault. I talked Murphy into taking us there.
You're supposed to be stupid, son. Don't abuse the privilege.
Columbia Pictures presents Roy Scheider, Blue Thunder,
I thought it was illegal to arm police helicopters.
a flying arsenal that hears through walls, sees in the dark, and thinks your thoughts.
Wherever you look, the guns follow.
They told Murphy to test it.
Dozen of these copters and you can run the whole damn country.
They didn't tell him what it was for.
He's totally unsuitable for our purpose.
But when Murphy went looking for answers,
You got all this on tape?
I got every word of it.
the answer
Uh-oh.
came looking for him. They had the ultimate weapon and the perfect plan. But Murphy stole their thunder.
All right, ladies and gentlemen and human beings out there, blue people, if you exist.
AI too, any AI bots listening?
Yeah.
Shout out to you guys.
Thanks for joining. If you listen, we will pod. Ben, Kevin, and Eric talking Blue Thunder, 1983 classic action movie that you guys had never heard of. I had only heard it. We did a little tease last episode. I'd only heard of this movie because Christopher Nolan's next film is apparently a futuristic helicopter cop movie.
Well, why? It's already been perfected.
Yeah, exactly. There's nothing to improve on. This is like Jaws all over again. Don't make a shark movie. Don't make a helicopter movie. They already did it.
He's apparently a huge fan of this film. And it's going to start. I just pulled the cast up. Crazy cast. Charlize Theron just joined the cast today. Matt Damon, Tom Holland, Anne Hathaway, Zendaya, Robert Pattinson, and Lupita Nyong'o. I mean, give them the Oscar now, you think? Do they even need to wait? So, but that's Nolan's. We're talking John Badham, who's the director of this classic helicopter cop movie. Maybe the greatest helicopter cop movie ever.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the only one I've seen, I think. So, sure.
So I picked it. I wanted to see it, and heard it was kind of a grimy LA sort of cop movie mixed with helicopters. And I'm always in for that. It's free on YouTube. I watched it on YouTube. I had a great recording of it. And that was pretty good. What did you guys think? You enjoy yourselves?
I'm deferring to you, Kevin.
Oh, well, it was a movie.
Can you hear me? Is there a helicopter interfering?
Yeah, it was a movie. All right. I felt like it was a pretty standard 80s cop movie set in the sky. And there was a tremendous amount of collateral damage, which was a big thing in the 80s as well. I liked that there was some political intrigue. I wish they played that up more. So it was set before the 1984 Olympic Games. And there seemed like they were trying to pull that into the storyline somehow.
And LA's getting ready for the next Olympic Games, which is kind of interesting. Are they going to have a Blue Thunder?
Yeah, they see this as
Project Thor coming back.
Yeah.
I could. What was Project Thor? They just wanted to kill people with the helicopter in case,
It was offensive
as opposed to defensive.
Yeah, like if
response.
I think the idea was, what was the Munich Games, where the people got kidnapped, right?
Yeah.
They didn't want a repeat of that, so they want to be able to just fucking blow people up if terrorists have any ideas of doing anything bad during the Olympics.
So, is that horrible?
1 out of 10 civilians those are acceptable odds. They're acceptable numbers.
So the choice is just letting terrorists do whatever, or I mean, I don't know. I'm
Well,
trying
the
to figure out why it
commissioner
was so
woman,
secret and awful.
the commissioner woman, she was trying to shut down Project Thor, right?
And they had her killed,
Yeah.
which seemed extreme.
Yeah, all the behavior of these government officials seemed extreme. Like, I assume somebody at a high level of government was like, I want Project Thor. And really that's like tactical, like whether you can use the helicopter or not, isn't that like the governor of California's call or something? Like even if you had a normal helicopter, you could decide to shoot at civilians, right?
Wait, what do you mean? Like the police can just shoot at civilians? What are you talking about?
No, I mean I don't mean legally. I mean if you had cops in helicopters or you had any helicopter with a gun attached to it, couldn't it be used offensively anyway? Like
yeah, they say that in the movies. Like I thought you couldn't have a weapon on a helicopter.
Right, but they know the helicopter has guns, and they see the helicopter, and it's supposed to be used "quote unquote" defensively. And the reveal is that they want to use it offensively. But isn't that just like a tactical choice? You know what I mean?
I think you're thinking too much into Blue Thunder.
Well, look,
here,
this movie is
Ben.
quite dumb. I obviously this is not. I never really understood why it hinges on this big reveal about how awful Project Thor is, and everybody wants to cover it up really badly to the point where they're going to kill cops. And they do, in fact, kill a cop because they really don't want evidence getting out.
Yeah, our guy Daniel Stern gets run over.
I know.
Like a sack of potatoes.
That was like the exact moment that I actually got interested in this movie. For the first hour, I was
it
bored
needed
out
to
of
get
my
a little
gourd.
crazier. It should have got a little
I was
crazier.
bored. I was like disengaged. I was like, "There's nothing here."
Yeah, I didn't
even
love
the
this
naked
movie.
lady.
No, it was leery and annoying. Like we're literally just getting this extended sequence of a lady doing naked yoga and another zoom in on some other lady's cleavage. And they're just flying around LA, pointing out crimes. And then there's this like grafted on mystery about Project Thor that gets thrown in there. But like nothing interesting happens for the first hour. And I do feel like Roy Schneider's like sleepwalking through this.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's like he's just kind of going through. There's nothing here.
Famously British actor Malcolm McDowell plays an American for some reason.
That whole relationship was muddled. Like he kills a guy in Vietnam. What was bad about killing the guy in Vietnam? Was he Viet Cong? Was he an innocent man?
Yeah.
The whole PTSD thing was a waste of time. I felt. I was like, I don't need him looking at the clock to make sure he's still sane. And then having flashbacks to Vietnam.
Well, you got to throw the Nam stuff in there. Otherwise, is
I
it
mean, you
an
don't
80s action
literally
movie?
have to. Yeah, then you steer more into the crazy and the silly. That's when the movie got fun. When Daniel Stern gets like run over, that's when the movie like gets bonkers and stupid in a way that's
You should
fun.
see Home Alone. Daniel Stern gets in a lot of trouble there.
But you're right though. It's rated R. I mean, in the first 10 minutes, we see almost complete full frontal nudity. But then it doesn't use it after that at all. Like, go heavy in the R. Make this like a hard R. It already is a hard R. Like, more shooting, more like crazy deaths. The scene where they try to attack the commissioner lady, like that's just like a weird action scene. And people get shot randomly. Like the commissioner was just like randomly shot. It's not like they were trying to assassinate her.
Right.
No, they were trying to
They're
like
trying to steal
scare
her
her into
briefcase or
approving
whatever.
Project Thor
Yeah.
or whatever. Like, look at how bad crime is. They even attacked you, lady. Don't you want to be protected? Yeah, I don't.
Yeah.
No, it was an accident. She's even like, let him go. She says to let him
Yeah.
go and gets
And
shot.
she gets shot.
And then doesn't make it. I mean, it's like the writing in this is, I just think, really look. It's an '80s action movie, so the expectations aren't like sky high. But this falls pretty. Like a lot of the just base dialogue is really not good. We made fun of it a little bit in the intro, but like Malcolm McDowell shows up. Roy Scheider just says, "Hey man, back off." He's like, "Are you threatening me?" Like that's actual dialogue. We couldn't come up with a more interesting exchange than, "Hey, back off, man. Are you threatening me? I don't have to report you." Like that's the exchange. And I like if they're big rivals, help me understand the rivalry thing more. What's going on? Well, more interactions. Why do they
He
just
says
fight
he
each
tried
other?
to get me court-martialed, but then we see clearly that McDowell's trying to kill him, where he malfunctions the helicopter, like literally trying to crash this.
Yeah, he unscrews a bolt
Right.
and like, yes.
He's
the
trying to
helicopter
murder
crashes.
him. Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's a psychopath, but we don't really know why. Like, why is he trying to kill him?
Why did
do
he try
they
to
hate each
court
other?
martial? What was that incident about? We see the flashback of the guy like, the
Way later though. That's way later where we see
way
that
later at the end, you see
McDowell is
Malcolm
there.
McDowell was the one that threw the guy out of the helicopter.
Right, but we see the guy first. We don't see him get
Right.
thrown out yet. We see him fall, but we don't know that it's Malcolm McDowell till the end. But
Yeah.
what was bad about that? If he was an enemy soldier, is that the worst thing that's ever
Well,
happened in war? Probably not.
I mean, Ben, how many times have you thrown somebody out of a helicopter?
I guess should he have been a prisoner? What's the correct thing is that what were the stakes in that sequence? How did it impact? Why was it so stressful? Why did it bother him so much?
Could have
We
done
don't
a
know.
better job.
We don't know anything. It's just something happened between these two, and they don't have any fun exchanges, right? It's not like Iceman and Tom Cruise going at it. It's not fun like that. There's not different philosophies and styles clashing.
Well, they make fun of his British accent. That's about all they do.
That he likes tea also. They make fun of the tea.
But why is he
you
a
live.
British man in the U.S.
He's the
Air
best
Force?
spy or pilot.
Very confused by that.
Did you think any of the helicopter action stuff was good? Because
It got fun by the end. By the end, yeah.
The last chase scene where he's basically trying to get the tape to the press and he's being
Yes.
chased. I thought that was cool.
That's
Flying on
fun
the
part.
reservoir.
That's where it gets dumb. Yeah,
Yeah.
it gets dumb and fun. He gets his girlfriend, I did not care about that relationship at all. It was pointless. Didn't matter to me at all.
She only drives on the wrong side of the road, apparently.
They established that her driving around crazily, like, okay, this is really stupid that we're having her do this, but it's fun. We're getting, even if this is like middle of the road, it's a middle of the road 80s chase sequence. And then the stuff with the fighter jets, like shooting the heat-seeking missiles and just blowing shit up, blowing up the barbecue place. And just like the one guy fires the missile and hits a building. He's like, oh shit. Whoa, no. I hit a fucking building. It's so dumb.
They had a 9/11 happen in Los Angeles from this movie. Like, Jesus Christ.
It was so
Some
dumb.
guys were just trying to sell Westlaw in their office space and they get blown away.
And Malcolm McDowell gets the showdown. He hops in the helicopter and they get their showdown. It would have paid off more if he had
If there was a real
like
rivalry.
a tension. Yeah, like if we had built up that relationship and that tension, it'd be a lot more exciting. But as it was still fun. Like I don't have a lot to compare it to. It's like these are helicopters. They're actually shooting them. They're doing real explosions. It's really fun. I'm into this part. It's dumb. I really don't get the stakes. I'm still confused a bit about Project Thor, why these guys are willing to kill a cop over it. Presumably some high-level government official knows about this project and could get him out of trouble or deflect.
You know what it is, Ben? You're just Mr. Defund the police. You don't want the police having helicopters. You think criminals should just run free. Pro-criminal, defund the police, Ben Lewis.
Yeah, I suppose. And then I guess he's heroically destroying Blue Thunder at the end because it's bad and going to be used for potentially bad purposes. So he destroys it.
But also like probably kills a railroad engineer too.
Train
those
conductor,
people those people are all dead. Like, no chance. He's walking away cool with the explosion in the background. It's like dozens of people are dying. Like, dude, there's a better way. Just drop it in the ocean or something. Like, you don't need to kill these railroad workers.
That's how dangerous it was. He had to kill
Roy
railroad
Schneider, all-time favorite of mine from Jaws, and Sorcerer, right? He's
he's in Sorcerer.
He's in what's the cop movie with not Hugh Jackman, with Gene Hackman. He's in that too, right?
What?
I
French Connection?
French Connection, yeah. So he's like he's a top tier action guy.
But he does. This is not his A game. He there's nothing here. He looks tired. He looks tired in this movie. Like his character was also really badly written. It's not just his fault. The guy doesn't really. I mean, is he a thrill seeker? Sort of. We see the crazy weaving between the cones thing. What makes him such a good pilot? We get the flip. He does crazy things that nobody else will do.
Right.
Like, what's his personality? What's appealing to him about him? What's the deal with the relationship? Like, why did it not work out? What was happening?
He's got a sweet digital watch. That's all I know.
Yeah, really cool watch. What does he bring to a movie, though? I was trying to think of, like, I can't imagine Jaws without him. But, like, he's sort of funny, but so he's like a sarcastic, but he's not like kind of a charming.
He's like a normal
guy.
Schlub. He's mostly like a normal.
He's a very normal, Bruce Willis.
He's not an action hero in Jaws. He's like a guy who's scared of the water. He wanted a quiet life, and now he's in this. He's kind of a little bit annoyed at all the petty bullshit he has to deal with, and then he's a serious problem, and he overcomes it.
Cool dad,
Sure. But he's not. Yeah, he doesn't come across as a hard ass in Jaws. He's
not like John Travolta.
No, that's the toughest, most masculine, coolest dude there is. Yeah, but in this side, it's what is he? He was nothing. I mean, again, writing's bad. I mean, I do think this is a movie that's like, hey, we want to do helicopter stuff. We want to do a bunch of helicopter stunts. Let's graft a shitty script around it and make it work. And ultimately, it ends up doing it because it gets dumb and fun at the end. But I was like, this movie is so boring and dull. I was just completely out of it for the first hour.
It has so many of the cop tropes where they have to. Oh yeah. They mess up and they got to the captain. You're grounded.
Notes.
Give me your Give me your
badges. If you don't see my ass, it's because it just got chewed out.
Yeah. Let me give you what does he say? Let me give you some advice, and it's a metaphor or whatever. Like, if you're standing on eggs, don't hop. It's like, what the fuck are you talking about, guy?
That was like the only fun part at first was the weird aphorisms from Warren Oates. Being just the stereotypical agitated cop.
The police commish.
Yes. I was like, okay.
I got the mayor down here chewing my ass out because you guys are pederassing some lady, staring through her window while she's naked yogaing.
Yeah, I mean that's fair. I wouldn't want a helicopter just hovering outside my window so it can ogle. She was like a celebrity, right? She was an actor or something.
Must have been, yeah. That's what they said.
That's zooming in on some lady's boobs. Daniel Stern just sad that they're gone.
He complimented her tan. He was like, "Ooh, her tan's so even." I thought that was an odd thing to compliment.
Yeah, Stern, he's like the young guy that's getting schooled in. We also had that sort of cliche.
Oh yeah,
and
he
ends up dying.
He seems so goofy. Yeah, yes, just another fucking observer. He was very goofy. It's very tough to completely take him seriously. Like, man, you're a goofball.
That would have been better if it was just like Joe Pesci and Daniel Stern as the helicopter pilots. Just like the straight up wet bandits.
We're gonna go look at some lady's tits.
That would have been better.
Tits. Sure. Bro, I was like, man, you're squandering baby Daniel Stern. Or no, there's just nothing here. This is just Malcolm McDowell has been competent. This one was one where I think he didn't give a fuck. Like they were paying him to be in the movie, and I don't think he believed in or cared about it. So he just came and he delivered his lines and left. He's like, why is he trying to kill the guy? Why is he so threatened? I don't know. Somehow I'm just really bored by this movie for an hour. And then yes, we just go into full on. We're just gonna go absolutely bonkers.
I thought for sure the like helicopter was gonna take over and like start doing its own shit.
Some
And that was
AI
gonna be-
stuff?
Yeah, that's what I thought was gonna happen. The
I thought-
Blue Thunder's, piloting itself and it's on a rampage and Roy Schneider has to destroy it. That's what I thought was gonna happen.
I thought it was going to be Malcolm McDowell and Blue Thunder, and then Roy Scheider with the like antiquated technology but better skills was going to best him, like the John Henry thing. Like I can beat your fancy technology because I'm just a better pilot. And in the end, it was flipped. He had the better helicopter end.
Well, I thought the PTSD thing was going to pay off somehow, and he was just going to flip his lid and start blowing people away.
What a dumb call that was by you. You thought it was going to pay off. You thought this movie was going to set something up and then pay it off in the third act.
I did.
The captain
What a dope.
references something that he did like a week ago. He's like, after last week, you're all out of chances. It's like, what did he do? We don't even learn what he did the week before. Like maybe he did wig out and start.
Well, we
shooting
saw a
people.
brief wig out when he was with Daniel Stern, where
Yeah,
he starts to almost and he's like,
crashed
"You
it.
okay?"
Yeah,
So I assumed it was the same thing, but yeah, it doesn't. Kevin's right; it doesn't pay off really. So we just get the reveal that Malcolm McDowell killed the guy. We don't know who the guy was. Bad, good. What was the court martial about? Well, yeah, why is the British guy in Vietnam in the late 60s, early 70s? I don't know. We don't know. But the stunts are really fun. I mean, it was like at one point there was one of the cops, right? Like just the silliness, even with like she has to go to the movie theater to go to the dumpster to pick up the tape. Even that writing made me laugh. Daniel Stern leaves the recording. He's like, all right, well, I didn't seem right to keep the tape here. So I actually put it in a dumpster behind this drive-through. I think they only empty it on Mondays. I was like,
Yeah.
oh, you think?
I caught that too. It's like,
It's
wow,
like-
Yeah.
that they even put that dialogue in there is like that he actually thought about it. He's like, well, hold on a second. If he puts it in a dumpster, like, how do we address the problem that it might get picked up? It's like, well, we'll just have him say
I'm
he
pretty
thought
sure.
about it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's Monday. So I think we have X number of days. Oh, okay. But she drives, and this is where it like just got stupid. She gets to the movie theater. It's too early for a drive-in movie to be playing, and the guy's like taking out the trash, and she just drives through the like arm bar, the gate. Like, all right, perfect. We're getting dumb. We're getting stupid. She's getting chased in the movie theater. There's bumps coming everywhere. And I was just like, come on, get stupid. Have him start shooting missiles and stuff at the cop cars. Yes. Have him start taking those dudes out. That's what I want. I want him to just have to use the fancy helicopter to then start just annihilating cops to save his girlfriend so she can deliver the tape and they can reveal this conspiracy, which I don't really understand. But
Right.
it's apparently very, very bad. Okay. And the one point we see a stunt guy like fly out of a car and crash into something. And you could almost see, like, I don't remember even the thing that preceded it, but it was like he comes flying out like the windshield or whatever. He slams really hard into like a semi or something. And you can almost see the stunt guy like, oh, I wasn't expecting to get slammed that hard. You can even see. I mean, I'll forgive a movie. If you're doing actual stunts and practical effects and shooting stuff, I could forgive a lot of really dumb, stupid, inexplicable plot stuff that doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. I mean, there's a reason this is sort of a movie nobody's ever really heard of.
Yeah, it's not. It doesn't.
very
This is not
forgettable.
an all-time classic. Yeah, it's not. It doesn't.
Un-
I also kept
Unless
thinking
you're
about.
Christopher Nolan, then it's apparently your Jaws of the Sky or something.
Yeah, I don't know. You could see this and say, "Oh, there's a cool idea here. I think there's something to be done." But they didn't do. There was a lot of room for improvement from the 1983 version.
No, Tom Holland's going to be the Jaffo. It's going to be a shot-for-shot remake.
Shot for shot remake. Oh,
It'd be
that'd be great.
great.
Zendaya's going to be the one driving around for the tapes.
Yeah.
showing up at her boyfriend's house at 3 a.m. to try to get him back
to get a
with her kid.
blender. That was a weird exchange that they had.
It was like, I don't know anything about this relationship.
He just like does not want her there at all. It's like, well, just
And
leave,
she's got a
please.
sleeping kid. You're like, stop. You have a kid in your car. What are you doing?
Yeah, you chose to come at 3 a.m. Like, yeah.
That's
Is,
literally
and
amazing.
is that their kid? It seems like
No, I
No,
don't think it
it's
was supposed
hers.
to be their kid. Yeah,
okay.
He seems quite a bit
but
older.
he's good stepdad. You know, he fell asleep reading the story. She thought he was gonna run out on her, but no,
Yeah.
he was
Or
he
do
was that
something
way.
kinky, like
he was
jump out of her from the closet.
hide in the closet. No, I mean he was having a post-traumatic stress breakdown while he was in the kid's bedroom, but you know he was still there. Yeah, loved it. 5 stars. No, just kidding. I'd probably say it's a 3-star enjoyable action movie. Probably maybe 2.5 stars, but
I mean, my advice to anybody watching this movie is you basically can skip the first hour. Like,
yeah.
wait until Daniel Stern is kidnapped in his apartment. That's where it gets good.
I thought it was gonna go all Michael Mann and he'd be like a super good police detective from the sky. Like he was gonna solve like 4 crimes where he's like, nope, there's evidence there, flat out, and you know, but it wasn't any. They were just like degenerates, staring at women and goofing around. And
Yeah,
like,
they hint at that early on.
Yeah.
Like he sees an unmarked car from really far away. And
Right.
she's like, how did you see that shit? You're gonna be like, oh, this guy's got eyes like it. That's what he does. He can just see shit. He can see details that everybody else misses.
right.
That's his skill. And then yeah, it ends up not being matter. He just gets a little sheet of paper which mentions Project Thor from his buddy.
Yeah, he's not an especially good cop or pilot, really. Like,
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
yeah,
One of his moves is to just hover between 2 buildings, wait for the F-16 to fire the missiles and
Yeah.
fly away.
fly away. Yeah,
Yeah.
I like the idiot commentary. Oh, it looks like
In
he's
the-
still covering
in
there.
the super helicopter though too. He's also flying this like super chopper, Blue Thunder. So
Yeah,
I
with
love
whisper
that.
mode.
Sitting there, he's like, "Oh, looks like he's stuck in one place. He's all mine, Cookie." I don't know what Cookie was. One of the F-15 fighters. Cookie.
Yeah,
all yours, Cookie.
and
I've got
little
him.
but
something.
they spend so much time too on the surveillance of it, like, oh, record that conversation. He hits the button, turns it on. It's like, wow, look, we can zoom in, and it's like, okay, that's cool, but to what end and to what purpose are we learning how like souped up this helicopter is? It's not like they're building some, case or conspiracy, or I mean, there was, but they weren't really investigating it. They just sort of happened to fall upon that when they were at the police headquarters.
Yeah, they're just wanting to fuck with Malcolm McDowell, and they happen
Yeah.
to catch him having a very insane conversation.
Right.
Like they're all just in a room, explicitly saying everything. All the people are there.
Yeah.
Perfect. Smoking gun, baby. Although we don't even know if the bad guys really they just get called in for questioning at the end. That's all we know. We don't even know if they get arrested. We get the little like, those people have
Power
been
of the
called in
press,
for
man.
question.
Well,
Yeah, this was very a pro
what,
press.
what
movie.
happened to Roy's character at the end? Does he just walk away and disappear?
Yeah.
It's ambiguous and cool. That's what happens.
Okay.
He walks away with the exploding helicopter behind him, and the credits roll.
Yes, it really is insane. At first, I thought he was going to land on the train. I was like, is he just going to land on the
Yeah.
train just because they're like, let's do one crazy stunt here at the end? That's what he wants to do. That's how he's going to land it. No, he like goes in front of it, and okay, he's chivalrously destroying this dangerous piece of technology. I mean, was that what this is? It's like a lot of surveillance paranoia.
Yeah.
It's like early.
There's a little
80s
bit of the
privacy.
70s. Yeah.
Like, yeah, we're
paranoia
worried about
stuff.
it. Because at the beginning, they're like, this
Police
technology
state.
is currently in use. How scary
Yeah.
is it that they're going to use this technology to surveil us?
Yeah.
Um,
It's a-
neat.
That's a nod to the woke anti-police people like you.
Okay. Sure.
I
Exactly.
for
You're
one
making me
want
think of-
more. I want more Blue Thunders. I want Blue Thunders everywhere up in the sky,
I'm
keeping
game
me
for
safe.
Christopher. Yeah,
Keeping me safe.
spying on you at night.
Yeah. Hey,
Seeing
I
what
do
you're
my
up to with
naked
your
yoga
missus?
just like the next guy. You know,
Ooh, man, look at how flexible this guy is.
right? I don't have blinds. I don't believe in
Oh,
them.
what? His tan is even. He's perfectly pale everywhere.
Yeah. Not a tan in sight.
There's no lines. It's beautiful.
Oh, it definitely wouldn't be beautiful. I'll tell you that for sure.
Blue Thunders will be the judge of that,
Be
sir.
s-
Now we all have Blue Thunders in our home.
Yeah,
Listening to
now
me.
you'd have a 4K image there. That's
Yeah,
even
oh,
scarier.
everything. Yeah, no, this movie kept making me think of Top Gun, right? Like we're gonna do, and Top Gun is better in pretty much every conceivable way. It's more fun, better stars, better stunts, a less stupid plot. Not that Top Gun is like amazing or anything, but like okay, Top Gun's coherent, and it's not boring.
Yeah, if you swap out Roy Schneider for Tom Cruise, better movie.
A much better. Well, yes, much
Way better movie. Yeah.
Whoa.
Yes,
Yeah.
and make him be a hot shot. Make him be like this
Right.
guy is
Yeah.
risky. He does crazy stuff. Is playing fast and loose with the rules. Oh,
But
man.
also trauma from Vietnam.
sure,
You can't lose that.
but also he's clearly the
That's
best.
gold. That's movie
He'd be a
gold.
little
You can't-
kid.
That's okay. He played a Vietnam vet in a movie, didn't he?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Born on the 4th of July, Oliver Stone.
There you go.
Um,
Perfect.
yeah, it'd be better with Val Kilmer. It'd be better, with that script. So
John
it's like, okay,
Travolta.
man, you got a thing for JT.
I do. I know how
Holy
much you
hell.
love him, so just keep mentioning him.
Should Paul Rudd have been the lead? Should we get a time
Paul
machine?
Rudd.
Back?
Has Nolan not talked
Steve-
to Paul Rudd? What the fuck? Call
And
Paul
Steve
Rudd
Martin can be the evil British guy. Make
with
him
a
British for no reason.
British accent, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The inexplicable trauma from Vietnam. Yeah, I don't know. There's a billion ways the movie can be better, but it's like finally a movie about helicopter cops. You got interesting. I mean, it didn't make sense. It was stupid, but it got fun finally. Like we had to waste an hour virtually doing nothing.
Yeah.
It's hovering.
Well, I have a personal credo where if you say the name of the movie in the movie, it gets an extra half star.
Oh
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah. And
So
they
you
do
gave it
say
a half star.
they, they do
Do they
say
get-
Blue Thunder in it.
They do.
Do they get
Yeah.
bonus points if it's like the last line? Like he
Oh.
walks away. What do I call this?
Oh
What do you call
man,
this?
I
call
would
it
just-
Blue Thunder. Yeah.
yeah, I would just jerk off right there.
Oh God.
Well, I love it when they say the name of the
You
movie.
should have turned around and said, "Say goodbye, Blue Thunder," and then have it blow up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Blue Thunder.
Blue
More
Thunder.
like-
How did you hear about this movie again? Where did it come to your brain? Sterling?
Because I have, I track Nolan's every
It's
step.
just out of your worship of Nolan, right? So you're just a member of the Christopher Nolan worship.
I had read online that they're releasing. It was actually a post from the studio. They must have to to get insurance or something. They have to create like a description of what they're doing, because I think each movie production is like its own company, right? They make like a LLC for each movie production. I think that's how it works. Yeah.
Oh.
And there was like a description of what his next movie was. It was like 2 helicopter pilots patrol the streets of LA, starring Matt Damon and Tom Holland. And then somebody was like, "Yeah, it's basically just a remake of Blue Thunder." And I was like, "Blue Thunder? What the fuck is that?" And led me to this.
I heard that your guy Nolan was handing out Blu-rays of this movie to people, saying
That
this
we're
is
like
what-
going to be in it.
yeah.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah, of course, it's got to be physical media. He couldn't have said, "Hey, it's on YouTube. Here's a link." Nope, and hand him the damn fucking DVD. Well, that's it. I don't know, Ben. What's your ranking?
3. I was like, it was a 1
Oh,
until
whoa.
until an hour in. I'm like, all right, there was enough stupid, fun, bullcrap, nonsensical stuff that it was enough to make it worth watching. But I want to stress how boring. I mean, it's boring. It's really boring for the first hour. It's just unengaging and uninteresting. It was just really not with it. It's like, I just want to emphasize that.
And you got to be kind of into helicopter porn. I mean,
that's what it is. It's just them flying around a helicopter doing some vague
Well,
bullshit.
You guys didn't play with like GI Joes and fly around with helicopters and go like.
That's
That's
childish
it.
and pathetic.
Okay.
I'm not sure. How
I
embarrassing.
mean,
that
I
we
still
admitted
do
that.
it. So
I'm sure. But they didn't do anything fun with
have
the
you
helicopters.
not heard my
They-
helicopter sound effects, Ben? Should I do them again?
let's hear
Hey,
him.
I know everybody listening. That isn't a real helicopter. I made that with my mouth.
Yeah.
Look out, Michael Winslow. Eric's coming for you.
Yeah. So 3. Kevin, did you say what you gave? You said
Oh,
a half star.
I give it 2.5 stars.
Oh, okay. We're all about in the same place.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
It's
mean,
an
I-
X.
We got there.
On a bad day, I could go 2.5. I mean, it's
Yeah.
it's not that.
I don't
yeah.
ever want to watch it again. You know.
No, it's not going to make the rotation.
Yeah,
You aren't like,
no.
time for Blue Thunder, baby. Thanksgiving 2025. Need to read
It made me less excited to see a Christopher Nolan movie, though. I gotta
Oh,
say.
wow.
No, I'm kind of like where Ben is. It's like there's a cool idea, or helicopter pilots patrolling the streets, like something there. You know, do something better than what we got, and maybe it's going to be a good movie.
With some half-baked
Yeah.
political intrigue.
I mean, the script is really awful. It's the stunts and the stupidness in the second half that makes it work. But
Yeah.
the script is really, really bad. And you need a better performance. Arlie, I mean, it's just tough to say how just dull. I was like, okay, Roy,
Yeah.
Bobby, this is
Well, like
right here.
Sorcerer, which is a great movie, but does Roy Schneider really carry that movie?
I've never seen Sorcerer. I've seen
Oh, dude.
Wages of Fear, the movie that it's explicitly based on.
Sorcerer is
Wages of Fear is
unbelievable.
great. Wages of Fear is great. So I would love Sorcerer. I love William Friedkin, so I would love it. But if he just
That's
needs to be an everyman who needs to
There's the
drive
scene
this
with
dangerous thing.
the truck on the bridge where you're like, how did this happen? How did they even do this?
Yeah, I
It's
don't
just
know.
like a helicopter flying under the bridges of the LA streets. It's like, how do they do this?
Some of it was cool. Yeah, when they're weaving between the buildings and hiding and waiting and playing the game of cat and mouse. Like, yeah, this is fun. It
Yeah.
could have been a billion times better, but it's fun. Like,
Well, the
actual
other thing
world
about
stunts.
Nolan, right, is Dunkirk. Those like dogfight battles are really good.
Yes,
in
I'm
Dunkirk.
confident he can shoot a very exciting, fun.
That's what I'm saying. Is like
helicopter
if we get a whole
conflict.
movie of something like that, that might be pretty cool.
And it'll have better actors, and
Yeah.
the script, at the very least, will be decent.
There'll be a
At the
dead
absolute
wife.
worst.
Somebody's gonna have a dead
Sure.
wife.
If he doesn't spend too much time bothering with human emotions, I'll be fine. If he can just try not to do that too much.
He should almost do a movie where like someone has a wife that just almost dies over and over again, like just so close to getting killed. That'd be funny.
I mean, that sounds like a comedy movie, but
Yeah.
I don't know that Nolan has the comedy. I don't think his brain works like that. He
Yeah.
does not seem to have
don't know if he
a mind
laughs.
for comedy. Right.
Yeah.
He doesn't seem like a dude that laughs all that much.
All right. Well, that's Blue Thunder.
It's check it out or don't. It's
It's free on YouTube.
yeah, it's worth the price tag of free.
Yep.
Fast forward to an hour in, you will not be missing much. They steal a tape that has all the bad guys revealing how bad they are and saying they want to kill a cop. Okay. It goes from there. Doesn't have to make sense.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, what are we watching next?
I'm picking, right?
Yes, sir.
It
Hope so.
is
Otherwise,
It
we're
is-
doing Blue Thunder again.
Blue Thunder 2.
The TV show, right? We talked about that. They made,
Oh,
like, a
yeah,
whole
there's a
series.
TV show. Yeah,
Yeah.
we could watch that. That'd be great.
Let's not do that.
Okay, so our next movie is a Christmas comedy drama
Okay.
set in 1970.
It's set in 1970. Okay.
Yep, and it stars something called Dominic Sessa.
Okay.
Oh, I know what this is. The Holdovers.
Yeah, The Holdovers.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yep.
I don't know.
You haven't seen it, Ben?
I don't know what it is. I don't think.
Oh, it's Paul Giamatti. It's directed by Alexander Payne.
Oh, okay.
Came out last
Now
year.
I remember the trailer. Okay, I've seen a couple of trailers of it. Okay. I like about Alexander Payne and Paul Giamatti is quite good. So, okay.
Yeah, the plot is like it's a private boarding school and everybody leaves for Christmas except for a select few kids that can't. And Giamatti's like he's tasked at the school to watch the kids.
Watch the kids that are the holdovers. Got it.
Yeah.
Makes sense. They talk about life. They have some funny things. Some shit happens.
It's a really good movie. So
Okay.
Spoiler. It's really
Spoiler.
good. Yeah.
Okay.
I watched it today.
Is it streaming anywhere? Just as a
Yep, streaming on Amazon Prime.
beautiful.
And they'll load up like 6 commercials right away, and then you won't have any commercials.
That's beautiful. That's the way to do it.
Yeah.
Give me 20 minutes of commercial on the front end. I don't care. And then just be done with them. That's fine.
yeah.
Perfect. All right. Well, sounds fun. Looking forward to it.
Yeah. And wasn't it Academy Award nominee?
Giamatti was definitely nominated. I don't know.
Yeah, I
about
think it was
anything else.
for Best Picture.
Okay. I think it was. No
Should've
way to
been.
find out though.
Yeah. If only we had a computer and a helicopter, we could type it in.
Oh, yes. I forgot about the
All the
stupid
information in the
computer
world.
technology. You can just
Yeah.
Google anybody, think about anybody in this helicopter.
Yeah, I love how they Googled his name. What is his name? Like Frank Murphy or something? And
Yeah.
nothing comes up. Like, wouldn't there be 10,000 Frank Murphys?
Nope.
You know, they know exactly the right Frank Murphy. Exactly. I didn't even think about that. They know the right guy.
Smart helicopter.
Yeah,
That's Blue Thunder, baby.
smart enough to
Come on.
say file not found.
And it
Yeah.
has access to secret databases for whatever reason that reveal.
But like, why put that in the movie? That is like no file. Like, okay, what a waste of everybody's time here.
Well, that was supposed to be the intrigue. Like, oh,
He's so
why?
mysterious and cool. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it didn't make any sense. God, that movie was very dumb. Oh man.
All right. Well, thanks for listening, everyone, and happy Thanksgiving. Be safe riding your helicopters out there.